Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome back to this evening's Bible reading. We're in Matthew, verse 26, chapter 1 through 30. Today's February 7th, 2026. And we're going to open up with a joyful noise to the Lord. This is the day. And then we're going to open with a prayer, Psalms chapter 119, verse 18. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, Psalms chapter 119, verse 18. Open my eyes so that I can see the wonderful truths in your law. Okay, Matthew 26, verse 1 through 30. The plan to kill Jesus. Verse 26. Jesus finished saying all these things. Then he said to his disciples, verse 2, as you know, the Passover feast is in 2 days. Anyway, the Son of Man will be handed over to be nailed to a cross. Verse 3. Then the chief priests met with the elders of the people. They met in the place of Caiaphas, the high priest. Verse 4. They made plans to arrest Jesus in a clever way. They wanted to kill him. Verse 5. But not during the feast, they said. The people may stir up trouble. A woman pours perfume on Jesus. Verse 6. Jesus was in Bethany. He was in the home of a man named Simon, who had a skin disease. Verse 7. A woman came to Jesus with a special silk jar of very expensive perfume. She poured the perfume on his head while he was at the table. Verse 8. When the disciples saw this, they became angry. Why waste? They asked. Verse 9. The perfume could have been sold at a high price. The money could have been given to the poor people. Verse 10. Jesus was aware of this, so he said to them, "Why are you bothering this woman? She has done a beautiful thing to me." Verse 11. You will always have poor people with you, but you will not always have me. Verse 12. She poured the perfume on my body to prepare me to be buried. Verse 13. What I am about to tell you is true. What she has done will be told anywhere this good news is preached all over the world. It will be told in memory of her. Judas agrees to hand Jesus over. Verse 14. One of the 12 went to the chief priest. His name was Judas Iscariot. Verse 15. He asked, "What will you give me if I hand Jesus over to you?" So they counted out 30 silver coins for him. Verse 16. From then on, Judah watched for the right time to hand Jesus over to them. The Lord's Supper. Verse 17. It was the first day of the feast of unleavened bread. The disciples came to Jesus. They asked, Where do you want us to prepare for you to eat the Passover meal? Verse 18, he replied, Go into the city to a certain man. Tell him the teacher says, My time is near. I am going to celebrate the Passover at your house with my disciples. Verse 19, so the disciples did what Jesus had told them to do. They prepared the Passover meal. Verse 20, when evening came, Jesus was at the table with the 12. Verse 21, while they were eating, he said, What I'm about to tell you is true. One of you will hand me over to my enemies. Verse 22, the disciples became very sad, one after the other. They began to say to him, It's not I, Lord, is it? Verse 23, Jesus replied, The one who has dipped his hand into the bowl with me will hand me over. Verse 24, the Son of Man will go just as it is written about him. But how terrible it will be for the one who hands over the Son of Man. It would be better for him if he had not been born. Verse 25, Judas was the one who was going to hand him over, he said. It's not I, Rabbi, is it? Jesus answered, Yes, it is you. Verse 26, while they were eating, Jesus took bread. He gave thanks and broke it. He handed it to his disciples and said, Take this and eat it. This is my body. Verse 27, then he took the cup. He gave thanks and handed it to them. He said, All of you drink from it. Verse 28, this is my blood of the new covenant. It is poured out to forgive the sins of many. Verse 29, here is what I tell you. From now on, I won't drink wine with you again until the day I drink it with you in my Father's kingdom. Verse 30, then they sang a hymn and went out to Mount of Olives. Okay, everyone, that's where we leave off. And we'll pick back up tomorrow, God willing. And thanks for joining us. Thank you, Jesus.